Hi, today I will show how quickly I can write an application which consumes a REST service, which in this case will calculate the distance between two zip codes and show the result back in a screen to the user. So I'm going to give my application a name, my zip code, and save, create module. Then I'm going to come to logic, and I'm going to be consuming a REST API. It needs an example of the URL that I call and the response that I will receive. So let's grab it. Now notice in my I already have in the URL set up that I have my key, but I also have parameters, and this is how you denote parameters with curly brackets. So I'm going to grab the URL here and copy it and paste it here, and then I'm going to grab the sample output and give it as a response, say OK, and from this the platform figures out how to call the REST service with which inputs and what output. And I go now to the screen, calculate distance. Let's give it a nice header, and let's put a little container here where I'm going to put zip1, and I'm going to give it a variable field and create a new variable with that, and then I'm going to have another here for zip2, and once again put in an input field, creating a new variable. Now for the result, I'm going to see if we can, this has already been created, but I'm going to need a local variable to hold my result, and I'll call it distance. And now in the screen, I'm going to put the result in the container here. Let's see, put an expression here. This expression will hold the distance variable, and let's make the CSS a little bit bigger. Let's create some CSS dot example, and font size, let's make it really big, and color red, and we close the bracket and press OK. So this expression here will have the style that we just created, which is example, and let's give this expression a name that we can then refer to. I'll use the same example. And we need a button with which we will call the API, and I'll give it a meaningful name, get distance. Now the method could be either I navigate somewhere else, I submit the page, or Ajax submit, which will call an action and then refresh something in the screen, and the destination has to be set. Just by double clicking the button, it creates a destination for me. In here we can then call the get distance API. We need to marry the variables with those variables we created for the screen. Now we need to save the return. We're going to save the return in this distance variable. The source will be the output of the web service, and then we will refresh that area of the screen with an Ajax refresh. And now that it has a name, we can find it here, an example. I say OK, I press OK, and then I can test it. So it says it's done. I open the browser and I can test my service. Let's see, 10583 is somewhere in New York, 02453 is somewhere in Massachusetts. I do a get distance and I get the output. Thank you for watching.